You're wearing makeup.
So are you.
But you're a man. Bro. Hold on.
では参りましょう。お願いします。せーの、よいしょ、はい。よいしょ、はい。よいしょ、はい。よいしょ、はい。よいしょ、はい。よいしょ、はい。
Chasing the highs, I know I can never get back so low, so low. And I got eyes in the back of my head, I got eyes everywhere, so I know where you go.
What makes me feel this way? I'm spinning like a ballerina, feeling gangsta every time I see you.
But Don Quixote was a steel-driving man. My name is Adam, I'm your biggest fan. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you.
One little happy star running around. He is a happy guy, he is running now.
Okay. Make sure it's on low.
About the dollar sign, rainbow money, take whatever. Yes, I'm colorblind. This that 1-800 hit my line.
Falling through the air, I wonder how can this be?
Fly to Kiev and go to Moscow. I wanna vote Kamala and also vote Trump.
I'm in love with just a thief. Or as I should just agree. A mystery.
my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Bye.
Hapapa patakata hapapatat hapatapa hapapata kathatata hapapapa ga papa papapapa.
Excuse me, where's the women's restroom?
Sorry, ma'am, you're not allowed into the women's restroom.
Well, I guess I'll just piss on the floor. Piss on the floor.
Piss on the floor.
Piss on the floor. I'm pulling my panties down like a hoe, cause I'm about to piss on the floor.
Is this good for a first mask? Also, if you have some advice, feel free to give it on a score.
Okay guys, I'm finally making the long-awaited tutorial on how I make my cat masks. So this is kind of going through the tutorial and kind of what I'm going to do and how I make cat masks which look like this. And just to start and just to remind people, this tutorial is not a, you can copy my masks kind of thing. Please do not. This is my personal style. This is what I use to make my masks. This is what I like using, my materials. This is not an excuse for you guys to copy my masks. Please do not copy my masks or my style, because they are my personal style, which I've created, and so I'd rather not people steal it. But take tips and take take inspiration, take tips as much as you want, but just don't steal anything, please. But anyway, let me get on with the tutorial. Oh, I'm going to do a quick materials list as well. So what I like to use foam, literally just like regular foam you can buy this off Amazon, hot glue gun, cat base, felt and felt mesh, clay, and acrylic paint and faux fur. And that's basically, and minky fabric, and that's all I use to make my masks. So yeah, so I like to start with a regular cat mask base, and I work it up from here with foam. So I've got a fully made mask of mine just to compare it. So you can see that I've buffed out the ears. That's mostly the ears that I do. I buff out the ears and I cut this edge of the mask. So I literally just lie foam along here, just like that, and then trim it into place. So I literally just take this piece of foam, the one I'm going to put here, and I just hot glue, just going to do like a random line down here, and just fix it into place on the mask. So it should look like this, and then repeat it on this side with another piece of foam. So now you have a pretty just chunky mask, and I don't like the look of this, so I'm just going to cut it all down. And so I'll cut probably this, because I just don't like how round the regular cat masks are. So I just cut that off to make it a bit more like sharp chinned, I guess. I want it to again be a bit more angular. I kind of like that vibe a lot. So I'm kind of going for that. And so yeah, I've just modified it a little bit to make it look like this. And then I'm going to put a little bit of foam on top here, just to point up the ears. So this is what the finished base of mine looks like, and you'll notice that I added a little bit of foam here and a bit more up here just to really give it that a bit more dimension. So this is the base, completely finished, and I'm going to felt this now. And since I'm going to go for a cat which looks like this, I'm going to be using this shade of felt. It might look a bit dark, but I like to build up colours of light paint. So yeah, so basically just felt the mask then. So your mask should be looking like this now, and I cut a hole where the eyes are in the felt, and then just glue them down like everything else, so it's all neat. So now this is all done, you're on to the painting section now. So for painting, I like to use just a singular flat brush, and I use this for everything when I'm painting. Just literally one brush is all you need. And I start with the light tones first. Okay, so a lot of people ask me also how I get my painting so even. Well, not really just being careful, just take your time, be careful, don't rush yourself when you're doing this, and yeah, that's what it looks like so far. So I'm just going to work up layers of colour, and I'll, just talk you guys through the process. So I've just been painting the patterns and just stripes into the mask, as well as just blending out some lighter sections and some oranger, like the yellowy sections, just to get like the tones, like the undertones of the mask. So this is after I've added some of the darker layers and some of the darker colours, just to give it that depth. So I've done some shading around the corners of it, just to make it look a bit more 3D. This is the bulk of the painting almost done, and then I'll move on to the eye blanks and then the fur next. But just gonna add the final detailing, but this is everything so far. So yeah. So this is what the finished paint job of my mask looks like. So very detailed, very symmetrical, I love it. So now on to the eye blanks. Okay, so for the eye blanks, I like to use this type of mesh. I have no idea what it's called. I still can't find it to this day, but it's just I think it was from Hobbycraft. It was like a sewing thing, but I can't find it again. But anyway, I just use this type of mesh, and I hold it up against the back of the cat mask, and then then I get my marker. I'm just going to do green for this because I just chose to do green for this mask. And then just colour in the eye blank here. Okay, so now I've just shaded in the eye bags just with marker, and then I'm going to use a black marker to shade in the back of this, but be careful because it might leak through, so just do it quite lightly. So now you have the two eye meshes, which is just like this. Stick some hot glue around the edges here, and then glue this mesh down like that, so it will be on this side. So I've added the pupils and the eyeshine now, so the eyes are all done. Now onto the fur. I like to use this quite long, chunky piled fur. I got this from AliExpress. It was really cheap for this much, and I basically mark lines down here and just cut them out. So now you have these two lines here, just go cut them out. So once you've cut the two strips, you should have these, and then use your hot glue gun and glue the foam down on itself, but leave a small gap here, and do that all the way on both pieces of the fur. This is one side done, so let's just repeat it on this side. So this is what the mask looks like when it's all furred, and now just use a couple extra pieces of fur and just glue them down here for the ear fluff as well. So now everything's all finished with the fur, and I like to use just the same brush and same paint as before to then blend out the patterns into the fur to just make it look a bit more cohesive and put together. So I've just used a slicker brush and brushed out all of the wet fur so it all looks cute. And so it's all fluffy, this fur is really smooth, and it all looks really good right now. And I'm just going to do the teeth and the whiskers, and then we're done. Okay, so ignore how I'm not wearing my mask right now, but now I just have the teeth, and they kind of look like this. And I model these out of just regular air dry clay, and I hot glue them onto the back of the mask. So I just find the position which I kind of want them to be in. So I think something like here seems okay, and then I literally just glue them on with hot glue. Okay, so now the teeth are all glued on, you can see at the back here, and then I'm doing whiskers on this mask particularly. I don't always do whiskers, but yeah, I literally just get some super glue and glue the very ends of the whiskers, and just literally glue them on there. And what I make these out of, these are thin strips of hot glue which I've painted white. So they're quite they're flexible, but then also they keep their shape. So I think this is really good. And yeah, I know a lot of people also use fishing wire and things like that, so there's other alternatives. And now here is the finished mask. So all the really cute teeth, the whiskers, fur, everything's done other than the headband and the lining. But I'm not going to add this to the tutorial because this is long enough. This tutorial is so long, and I think everyone knows how to do lining and put a band on it anyway. It's really easy. So yeah, this mask is so cute. I will definitely be selling this one. It's actually, yeah, by the time I post this video, this will probably be up for sale anyway. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, comment, and thank you for watching.
I'm really sorry to be making another video on this, but this mask on Ollie's Etsy shop recently sold. I'm the person who made this mask originally, and it was done in an art trade with Ollie. So they didn't actually pay any money for it, and I'm trying to get this mask back in my possession. Because it was an art trade, it's not up to the quality tier that I would have charged anybody money for. So I feel really bad for the person who went and spent $100 on this mask, and I would really like to make them a mask of better quality for free if they would be willing to help me get the mask back in my possession, because, again, this mask was made in a trade and it was never intended to be sold, so I understand if it's totally impossible, but yeah, it's just something that I'm trying to do.
So, I keep getting a lot of comments on how I make my snouts for my masks, so this is the tutorial, which is going to be obviously super quick since I already have the template I'm showing you guys on what I draw out to make my base. So you'll just need scissors, hot glue gun, and EVA foam, or whatever the hell you have laying around, and a cat mask. Just a regular base. And I have marked here, I don't even know what the O is for, I forgot, but I also have this piece. This is supposed to measure out to this. But yeah, once you glue all these pieces together, kind of forms this, if that makes any sense, which together looks like this. And to get the base for the flat nose, I just fold these in both sides like this, and then I glue it together, and then you got the base. You could just cut that piece off right there, and then you glue it on.
And I wish I was a cold freezing night. No! 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 Stay back!
Wait, where'd you get that piano?
This is how I make something like this look a little something like that. So first of all, sketch out where you want to cut. Usually the muzzle and the ears. It's up to you. And then you take EVA foam. I think I use like 4mm or something like that. And then these are the templates I use. You can draw them however you want. Doesn't really matter. Sketch them out. Flip them over. Sketch them out again. You can label them if you want. And then cut them out. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, hey. You're gonna need a little strip for the muzzle as well. And then what I like to do before I glue it is I like fold. I fold it inward. I'm showing you right here. It's hard to explain in words, but if you fold them before you glue it, it makes it hold its shape a little better, in my opinion. This is also like the third mask I've made ever, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Yeah, we get it. And then once that's all glued together, you're going to want to glue it to the actual mask itself. And for that part, you're going to have to be very careful while you're gluing it, that making sure everything is even all the time. You don't want it to be lopsided, because otherwise it will look a little funky. But hey, look, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice, pretty sweet. And now you want to glue that little strip from earlier onto the top of the muzzle. Make sure that strip is kind of like the same distance, like between the eyes, not too much. And then I like to snip it down around the edges. It's okay if it looks messy at this point. Yeah, and then you cut it. So I didn't actually film any of me actively doing things, but you get the idea. This clip is from the day after, but I use foam clay to smooth out the edges and build some more structure. Foam clay shrinks a lot when it dries, so I tend to do 2 rounds of foam clay. But it's kind of unnecessary, but I don't know. It makes sense to me. But that's it. Thank you for watching.
Tutorial on how I make ears for a Therian mask. Step 1. Get your blank cat base. Make him bald. Cover the bald spots with Ava foam. Cardboard can work as well. Now trace your ear pattern into a piece of Ava foam. Sketch until you have something like this. Cut it out. Make sure it fits correctly. Now trace the other one. Now you should have to trace this little thingy onto another piece of Ava foam. Once you have it traced, cut it out. And now just make another one. These are the pieces you should have so far. Make sure the thingy matches the ear shape correctly, like this. Now glue the first set of ears. Hot glue recommended. Should look like this. Now glue these thingies. Can be a little tricky. All done. Now felting optional. Done. Here are some examples I've made with these ears. And that's all. Hope you find this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching.
No matter what you do, there is a child
that is doing it better than you. But you're older than that child, so you're better than that child. But also that child is better than you at a lot of things. So